How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're going to be trying something a little different, but a little the same. We're trying some Selesnya Stoneblade. There's a lot of kind of ideas that we want to try and put together and see if it kind of works. Um, the main driver for this is I wanted to play a two-color deck with Urza Saga. I think Abzan's mana troubles has been kind of getting to me a little bit, so I kind of wanted to trim the third color. So we're going to trim black and kind of see how the list performs. Um, Another thing we want to try is we wanted to try Elvish Reclaimer with Flagstones in a two-color deck. So that kind of puts us in Selesnya by default. So we're running 3 Flagstones with 4 Reclaimers as a way to kind of just ramp, get sagas, and be able to fix your mana a little bit, and ramp us most importantly. Um, from there, we do have some notable white cards like Esper Sentinels, Stoneforge Mystic. We do have the Stoneforge Mystic package with Lion Sash, Sword of Fire and Ice, and Kaldra Complete. We don't have Batter Skull since we already have Shadow Spear and the Saga package as well. So we'll see. These are the kind of cards that we're going to be noting if we do indeed miss them or not. Um, the rest of the list is more removal with 4 Prismatic Ending, 3 March of Otherworldly Light. We had out some removal with Skyclave Apparition and Solitude. And Solitude is a card that I really wanted to try in this build because the deck is mostly white. So we don't have any fears of not having enough white cards to piss Solitude. That was kind of my biggest caveat of the Solitude, where like people were saying, "Oh, you can run Solitude now in Abzan," and in a Thoughtseize, Tarmogoyf, Fatal Push, um, a deck that's composed with discard spells, like there aren't enough white cards to run Solitude, and when you're in a position where you have to like hard cast it, 5 mana is a lot. So I think this is the best Solitude build I could probably make that I'm comfortable with, just because the deck is like mostly white. The deck is essentially all white except for the equipment, Reclaimers, and 2 Tracker. And then the last 2 cards that round out the list are the set 2 Trackers. For those who don't know, this is my favorite card in Modern. This is kind of a fun fact. The My first ever GP that I day-2'd. It's the first GP I actually ever played that was a solo, because my first GP I played was a team event actually. But the first like solo GP that I played in, I day-2'd, and it was with Green Black Rock, which had, I think it was like 2 trackers, I believe, or maybe 3. But just like Tracker is like my favorite card. And when you have the Reclaimer engine going, Tracker, generates clues. And when you generate clues, these clues also grow Saga constructs. So this card kind of does a lot of synergies within the deck, and it just ends up being a nice card advantage engine that the deck kind of lacks. Like, the Reclaimers could get value. Suffering Mystics a 2-for-1. But like Solitude, you can do 2-for-1 yourself. Sentinel doesn't exactly draw your cards, it just really slows your opponent down. So this is kind of like not a Dark Confidant effect, but just a card that generates value. So I kind of like this card. It's my favorite card, so it's gonna be fun, and it definitely has its role in the deck. So we'll see how it plays out. The Saga package is kind of stock from what I had in my past list. Springleaf Drum, Soulguy Lantern, since we don't have Nihil Spellbomb anymore because we don't have our Black Splash is very 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 light, but I'll get into that a little bit. And of course, you have the Shadow Spear and a 1 Mistress Bauble. The mana base has 8 fetches, 4 Heath, 1 Catacombs, 3 Marsh Flats. We want 8 fetches, even though we're a 2-color deck. We want 8 fetches for Reclaimer and Tireless Tracker. We have 1 Godless Shrine because we want to be able to have the third color for Prismatic Ending. We do have the Springleaf Drum that can power it out as well, but the Godless Shrine is for the third Prismatic Ending. We have 3 Temple Gardens, 1 of each basic. We do have a nice Selesnya Sanctuary. This is kind of a shout out to Electro Bob, who runs Golgari Rock Farm, in his Black Rain Rock list. So we're trying a Selesnya Sanctuary in this list where You know, there's spots where you have Reclaimer and 2 lands, and you just need that extra mana source that, yeah, and you don't have a Flagstones in play. What you can do is you can just sack a land, get a Sanctuary, bounce the land, and then you essentially have an extra land drop, essentially. So that's kind of cool, and it seems like really promising in the deck. And then last but not least, we do have the 2 Besejus. This is another pro of just going 2 color. We can run 2 of these effects, which is going to be very good against, Tron, Amulet, Hammer, etc., etc. So this gives us a little bit more game. So this deck is just a straight mid-range deck. There's a lot of removal in the deck, like Prismatic Ending, 4 Pending, 3 March, 2 Beseju, 2 Skyclave Apparitions, and 4 Solitude. So this is kind of like my build of a mid-range deck where, there's value, there's removal. Like, there's a lot of, like, value-based decks that don't run enough removal, in my opinion. But this deck has enough of it, and that kind of, like, scratches that itch there. I think my biggest concern is the lack of discard spells, but that's just coming from a person that has been playing a Thoughtseize deck ever since I started playing Magic, since I've been playing Modern. So it's going to be a little naked, not having my Thoughtseizes, to pick our opponent's game plan apart. So we'll see how this deck fares without it. Going to the sideboard, I kind of want to go to the Blessed Alliance last, but this card essentially is a card for burn. I feel like if you look at the main deck, we only have the Shadow Spirit for life gain. We could theoretically Solitude our own creature, but it's not something we really want to do. I kind of wanted one card for Blessed Alliance, and that's what it is. Bojuka Bog is a 2 target for Elvish Reclaimer. Keeps the Abzan thief alive, technically. We have 2 Dampening Sphere for Tron. The Draneth Magistrates are for Team of Rhinos. It's kind of a hedge because Team of Rhinos just won the challenge. So it's kind of a hedge towards that. Edging Explosives is just a nice sweeper. I like having at least a minimum of 2 sweeper effects in the sideboard of my mid-range decks. And since we have the Godless Shrine, we can still E on 3 even though we're essentially a 2-color deck. Pithing Needle is a target for Urza Saga. 2 Rest in Peace. This is the card that's kind of iffy because we already have the Shadow Spear. We have the Bojuka Bog. Do we need this much yard hate? I'm not entirely sure. But it's nice to play a mid-range deck that doesn't necessarily care about Rest in Peace. It does shrink our Elvish Reclaimers, but like if Reclaimer is just gonna, if Rest in Peace slows our opponent's decks down so much, and we can just slow them down and just keep fetching up Saga tokens and or the Sagas and keep grinding out with constructs, I think that's going to be a game-winning plan. I like having in my Stoneblade list, I always like having the second sword in the sideboard. It's just kind of like a deck building philosophy. I like swapping swords. It's been a thing I've been doing ever since Stoneforge Mystic was unbanned and kind of following suit. The Wandering Emperor is a card that I've been a really big fan of. I really want a second copy, but I don't think there's enough room, so we're just fitting one in. It's a really good card, just a good, nice mid-range card. And last but not least, we have 2 Veil of Summer. I've played a couple 2-man queue lists and kind of tweaking it a little bit before the stream today. I was playing a little bit off stream between my work breaks. And this deck is very, very, very vulnerable to Archmage's Charm. You can either steal everything, or you can steal the equipment, or just get countered. I've noticed that without discard spells, arc spells are just very vulnerable. Maybe it's just me being so used to casting Thoughtseize. So we're playing 2 Veil of Summer, just as a way to protect our spells from Archmage's Charm mostly, but also as a hedge against Kolaghan's Command as well. That's the list. Hopefully this has some legs because this deck has been a lot of fun. I just don't know if the power level is there, but that's what playing in the league is for. So let's join the league. Let's find out. Bounce Beseju with Selesnya is great. It's a very good point Pontus, and that's the thing. Like, you can play Beseju for land, and that's kind of the utility of the Selesnya Sanctuary. So that's a very good point to point out, Pontus. Selesnya Stoneblade. How's it going, Andrew? Nan Suchow? How's it going? Thank you for tuning in. First time viewer. Really appreciate you hanging out. You mean the Lion Sash for the Gear Hate? That's also another piece of yard hate. So it's like, yeah. So thanks for putting out Thillian. So we have a Lion Sash. We have the Soulgate Lantern. We have Bojuka Bog. Like, do we need the Rip? Rest in Peace also is kind of a big nombo, so it's kind of iffy. Um, Andrew, thank you for the 5 gift subs, buddy. Really appreciate it. Fire Breathing Hamster, Ferret Chippy, Sadistic Sage, Bits, and our Angel Raz. Welcome all to the Abzan clan. Appreciate it, Andrew. Hope your red-white taxes deck is going well for you, buddy. For those who got the gift sub, definitely give Xtheris a huge shout out for the gifted sub. You can spam all the emotes now. Optimus friend, where the F is Night of the Reliquary? You're kidding me? You could definitely have Night of the Reliquary over Tyler's Tracker. I just think Tyler's Tracker is a bit better. I just don't think there's enough forests and plains in the deck. Maybe I show my dimensions alright. Cool. Turn 1 Sentinel on the play. Seems good. Seems good. Garbage tier? I mean, look at the deck we're playing, Andrew. Look at the deck we're playing. I don't think this deck is exactly great either, but we'll see. I want to see more Naya Zoo. I don't think I've ever played a Zoo deck in my life. I said something about Shadow Spear. Oops. I meant Soulgate Lantern. Sorry. Thanks, Lillian, for pointing that out. Any new combo for Selesnya? I guess it's Elvish Reclaimer plus Selesnya Sanctuary. I don't think it's much of a combo, but... so we'll just go like that. Pakeo Waka, come back in here. Congrats, Ferret Shippy. Oh, no. Is this Belcher? That's not good. That is not good. We're going to get a Kaldra here. We are going to Racery now. But yeah, I fixed that easily. I have a link to it. Oh. So you're saying I should march this treasure token? Is that what you're telling me? I need to march this treasure token. You can post a list for Optimus Prime. I definitely want to see it for sure. Where's my Trepidation Blade? I mean, if I knew I was going to play against Belcher, that's definitely a good idea. Are they going to just get a Belcher out here, or what's the plan? So this March is pretty good, huh? This March is pretty good. Pitch the Stoneforge Mystic. X equals 4. Totoro for the win, baby. Totoro for the win. Okay. So we want Sword of Feast and Famine. Definitely want the Damping Spears. Definitely want the Pithing Needle. Janeth Magistrate doesn't stop anything, right? Yeah, Janeth Magistrate doesn't stop anything. Rip doesn't do anything. So we can like slow them down, take like their mana rocks and treasures and stuff. Saga Lantern doesn't do anything. Lion Sash is a little slow. Skyclave Apparition hits Belcher itself. We can probably cut all the Solitudes. There's no creatures. What the? It actually is Totoro. Yeah, this is my favorite card. So Andrew, if you check out the follower only emotes. So if you just follow the channel, there is a Totoro emote. It's essentially just March. It's like I made that emote when I was in Tahoe a couple weeks ago. It's like the best. I love it. As I was like, I'm gonna make this like a follower only emote. It's so good. I don't really know what else to get. I mean, they could be a Pyromancer's Ascension list, so maybe we do want Soulgate Lantern. Maybe we just want 2 rips in that sense. Or maybe we go like 1 rip, 1 lantern. I don't know. Maybe we can go like this. This doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's go like that. From the Crypt, welcome. How's it going, boat guy? Submarine guy, let's go. Hope you're doing well, buddy. This hand is ass. So after this Prime, it looks like you're playing a... we're gonna have to log on this again. We could just besiege them to death. We'll keep this. Bottom of tracker. Put Mullen to 5 as well. Looks like you're running 6 mana dorks. Interesting. I wanted this deck to specifically not play mana dorks. A, because it doesn't pitch a Solitude, and B, I just don't want my spells to be dead. I really hope I have an untapped land and we can just besiege you them. I don't want to use this besiege. I guess I could Selesnya Sanctuary actually. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's go. We can bounce it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So we can float 2 mana, play Selesnya Sanctuary, and then blow up their land. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is too much. This is too much. I'm falling in love with this deck already. I am officially cut in the black. Oh, oh, baby. Are we doing it again? Are we doing it again, y'all? Oh, baby. We do have Kaldra, yep. What an opener. Okay, they don't have red mana, so that's fine. We have the Skyclave now for the Belcher if they ever like want to play it out. I think we're gonna do this. I wonder if they'll Blood Moon us. I don't know if they will. I don't know if we need the 3rd color for Prismatic Ending if we end up drawing it, so lucky. Let's just untap. A handful of white cards plus March is pretty good. I wonder if I should get sword here. Kind of want sword. It's kind of a faster clock. Oh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. They're gonna kill the tracker. Okay. Okay. Get the Gala Shrine. So them pitching... So the Fury means more cards that are discarded too. I guess we can just bobble them, it's free. Valakut Awakening. Doesn't hurt to play out the sword. I guess we can just equip it to play around another Fury. Flagstones. So they're probably gonna play this for as a land, yeah. So start off by cracking the clue, probably. Never mind. We start by playing Tracker and then crack the clue. Or Tireless Tracker, play the land, crack the clue, untap. Is Tracker looking pretty good, huh? Is Tracker looking pretty good. Looking pretty good here. That Besage Selesnya Sanctuary line was... Yes. Yes. I'm on board. I'm on board with this deck. Give me more of that. Give me more of that. Give me more. Buy your foil Selesnya Sanctuaries now. Buy them now. I'm on board, man. That was a ton of fun. That was a ton of fun. But yeah, Raptors Prime, are you still in the chat? I didn't get a chance to really talk about your list too much because I was focused on the match. But like your deck is built very differently than mine, because you do have the 6 dorks and you have a lot less removal than I do. You'd have the 1 call, which is kind of cool, and the 1 witness. So like I think it's just kind of built differently. I think like my build is definitely like playstyle dependent, right? And I know people love Knight of the Reliquary, but like as you saw with Tracker, like Tracker did everything we wanted to do in that game, right? We wanted a beefy threat, so like Fury couldn't kill anything. I wanted to spend the turn attacking and getting value, and with Knight of the Reliquary, you can't really get value out of it and attack at the same time. So again, I think it's just a different play style. Not to say your deck is bad. I think it's just a very different take on the deck. I think the only thing that our builds really share are really the kind of the colors. I think otherwise, like I feel like it's just a very different feel because I feel like you get Gavany Township and you clock that way. I don't have Gavany Township. I have Urza Saga. You don't play Urza Saga. If you don't have Urza Saga, Tireless Tracker obviously kind of gets a lot worse, I can imagine, right? So it's like, it makes sense. So, Zach4131, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Watery Grave. Okay. If we draw Saga, I think we want to play that. So I think I'm gonna get Gaulish right in here. Oh no, I can't. I need to get Temple Garden. Sorry, I need to get Temple Garden. Just in case I draw Saga, and then if they like push this play in a threat, I can go Lantern plus Portable Hole. This deck exists to help me relive the glory days. I mean, that's fine. I don't think the deck is bad. Again, it's just like a different take, right? How's it going, Little Isotope? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. As always, buddy. Okay. So they topped with the consider. Oh, they probably found the land. So they bottomed the shadow. So now they're probably going to push the Reclaimer. Yeah, okay. Drawing a lot of lands is not where we want to be. Especially when we just have a bunch of removal in hand. Just exile the push. So it looks like it's Grixis. Okay. So we have the portable hole for that. Ooh. That's really good. So there's an argument for pending. But I don't know if they play Scourge or something. I guess Scourge could also get answered by portable hole. Maybe I should have just Prismatic Ending that. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So I might crack this Lantern now. Just to get something going while they're tapped out. I'm clearly glad I did. I'm really glad I did. I think I'm gonna get either a sword or a lion sash. I'm not that far off Kaldra either. 2 more lands. Kolaghan's Command definitely blows us out. I think we get Lion Sash. Just get another body. We do get got by Kolaghan's Command, but I think that could be a lot worse. The other option is to get Sword of Fire and Ice, but then if they just have a singular moveset for the Stoneforge Mystic, it's kind of awful. So I kind of like just having the Lion Sash in play. Okay. Okay. They mill the Murktide, which is really good for us. Target us. Okay. pretty good for us. That's really good for us. Wow. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Tyler's Tracker, I've missed you so much. I've missed you so much, you have no idea. Doesn't matter. It's got the ball because it gets still off delirium, right? Play another shadow. Play another shadow. No! 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 That's not that. I thought they were gonna play another shadow. No. Hits just keep on coming, baby. This is why we play Tyler's Tracker, y'all. This is why we play Tyler's Tracker. There's 2 creatures in the graveyard. I think we'll just eat the land. And then they don't have delirium again. Oh, I love you. I've missed you so much. You have no idea. I missed you so much, Tracker. The great thing about it is we didn't reveal Urza Saga and stuff either. I am getting on board with this deck. This deck feels so good. Wandering Emperor. Blessed Alliance. I can make target player gain 4 too. So if they're at 9, I can kill a shadow. There's an argument between having Sword of Feast of Famine and Sword of Fine Eyes. I think I want the protection from black. Oh, they run on Holy Heat too. That's hard. I think we definitely want the 2 Rest in Peace. Because it shrinks Drown the Lock and it makes Murktide almost uncastable. Cards to board out. Oh, we definitely want Veil too. Okay, there's a point where like we might be overboarding too. I can also honestly see a world where we like board out Stoneforge Mystic too. Like we just don't want Kaldra, and we just naturally drawing a Sword of Feast and Famine's also kind of fine, right? Like I don't like want to fetch a Kaldra. The card advantage is there though. Maybe we just, because we want the hole, we want the Reclaimers, we need all the removal here. We want the Skyclave, we want the Tracker. Like, I can honestly just see the Stoneforge package getting boarded out. I like Veil because it protects us from push and discard, right? Maybe it's just like a singular Veil. Like protecting our stuff from Kolaghan's command is very, very important. But maybe having a second copy is too much. Maybe just one. Yeah, Veil's also against Drown too. I think maybe just one copy is fine. We don't want to be stuck with too many. Sand is ass. I think we'll board out the... Yeah, let's board the Blessed Alliance. Ugh, don't be a monkey. Damn it. White source, white source, white source. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. I mean, it's also a primary color too, so. Oh, that's fine. They hit a Temple Garden. Okay. They topped. Please drown it. Please drown it. Spell Pierce? I don't think they'll play Spell Pierce in our, against us. Yes. Yes. I'm down to trade. Am I down to trade? I don't want to let this go. How many? I guess we have two pending. Whole. So there's March doesn't do anything. There's two pendings. Yeah, let's just trade. I think it's the safer play. Let's see what we draw. But the only light is like if they try a Sentinel, we could have let them. We could have let them hit that. It's fine, I think. It's always interesting to think about it, though, you know? Sorcery speed removal is indeed awful. I will confirm that. Targeting me. They all of a sudden only have one card in hand. One, two, three. So they could go in on a Murktide here. One, two, three, four, six, 7. Okay. Oh, it's awkward because we need that to be a white source for tracker to go off. Yeah. Appreciate tuning in, the Archangel. I definitely appreciate your input in the Discord as well. I'm short a lot of cards from this deck in favor. I'm short a lot of cards. Mainly the Solitudes. We could pitch Solitude, exile the Darcy. Would that be so bad? And then we go Tracker, play land. Like so like the most mana efficient play is to go Solitude their Darcy, Death Shadow dies, and we go Tracker land, and we have a Prismatic Ending left over. Double removal, get a fetch with Guy. But like I could play the Tracker this turn though, is what I'm thinking. I think we Solitude. Does it get drowned? Yeah. I think if they had to drown, they would have killed the Reclaimer. So let's just attack here. Kind of want them to drown my Reclaimer. Oh, talk about life gain, yeah. Gotta get the Solitude value. Gotta get the Solitude value. Oh, yeah. Solitude is the reason why a lot of Death Shadow players didn't play Death Shadow decks for a long time. It's only until recently. People thought that Death Shadow died because of Solitude. Now our opponent is in tilt territory. It's not just me, right? Black. Oh, okay, cool. So we'll attack. So they could have the drown here. They don't. God, this card. Oh, please let me untap. Please let me untap. I just want this combo. Sure. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's go. So let's crack this clue. See if we can get a land drop in here. I think I'm gonna activate Reclaimer. Sacrifice the forest. Get a Saga here. Reclaimer gets Saga, yeah. It feels so good. Oh, I love this card so much. We got to do it. We got to do it all. Let's end the stream now. We got the Visage of Belcher player out. Tracker got to do its thing with Reclaimer getting Saga. It's only downhill from here. It's only downhill from here. This deck got legs? I hope so. I sure hope so. Oh my god. That scared the crap out of me. Zach 4131. Nice redemption, buddy. I think it's safe just Prismatic Ending this guy. And then next week in like Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. I think we're gonna hold up March. Yeah, I think we're gonna hold up March. I can start the 5-hour prediction if you really want me to, Ronzi, but I think I might be a little too early. How all in are gonna go? I think we're gonna just exile them Div Magus now. Okay. That's a really good draw. We're gonna get Kaldra here, I think. Free spells are broken. Free spells are so broken. God. So good. Sorry, I met new apartment and only on mobile. Oh, nice. Congrats on the move. Hopefully your move went well, book guy. We're gonna take this. Go all in, baby. Free spells are broken. Feel the power of the MH2 side of modern. That is definitely true. Definitely true. So engine explosives. Blessed Alliance. I think that's pretty much it. Excuse me. Don't think we want Lion Sash. I can see a world where trackers actually do come out. Sentinels could also potentially come up. I kind of like them just to at least try to slow them down. Yeah, let's cut the trackers. Sorry, Bay. Just moved to San Diego 3 months ago, and I mentioned to go. Nice. Congrats to the move. You're a little bit closer to me. I'm in NorCal, Archangel. Going to take this deck for a test run. Let me know how it goes. But for all those people that are like, not a Reliquary, not a Tireless Tracker, is where it's at. Damping Spear is also an interesting call. I could see that just slowing down a little bit, but I feel like once they cast a second spell, it's a little iffy anyway. So I kind of don't like that Damping Spear. I kind of like just running this. Like I think if we wanted the Damping Spear, I would want to trim the equipment and keep the white count high. Because I also like the prospect of like marching with 1 mana and then just pitching a white card. Because they're already kind of all in anyway. Oh. We'll keep this. So no creature on 1 means I can just play that tapped. Okay. I wonder if they have a protection spell. They're gonna play the Flagstones and pass. I mean, they're just win conditions, right, Bogai? I could see your point for sure. But I agree with you, Bogai. I could definitely see that. Okay. Okay. It's a big boy. You have your protection spell. Take 9. Okay. Just fine. We could Hopeless Stoneforge Mystic. I kind of like that. I kind of like the Skyclave though, because that way if we want to EE we can. How's the last playout? It's playing out pretty good, Garlich Alert. 2-0, we beat Belcher and Grixis the Shadow. Didn't lose a game yet. One card and... oh. Saga's a good draw. I guess we just get sword. Then we just sword equip, attack, shoot their token. Feels so good to see Skyclave. Yeah. I'm getting ready to play Modern tomorrow. Nice. I'm assuming you're gonna be playing that Jun list within a little bit of an update, like you talked to me last time, Regardless Lord. Okay. Beseiju. Play the Beseiju out. Do this. I got sword because it's just a removal spell. And like they're empty-handed, so like they're essentially either gonna take the sword hit, and I either kill the board or draw a card, or they have to chump with the clever Luminancer, which is why I got the sword. Pretty good. Pretty good. Did I make updates? I posted the updated list in the Discord, but you could also... here's the link to the stream deck of Zeroff. Free spells are Brokerito. We'll go turn on Reclaimer, turn to Stoneforge. Pull up Wall on 6. Monkey. I think I play Stoneforge here. Probably just get planes. Probably just get Slide Sash here. We really need a land off the top. Block a Stoneforge. Terminator. Land. I'll take it. I'll take it. I guess it'll just be mana efficient. Get Stoneforge. Since we have 3 creatures in hand, Solitude I guess doesn't really count. I think we're gonna get Sword. We kind of just want to hope to just keep drawing lands. Honestly. Voidwalker. Solitude. Kind of wish we got Kaldra now. But I think we just Skyclave the Voidwalker here. Guess we attack first. Because we don't want to like Skyclave first and then they kill my Skyclave and then block my Stoneforge. Oh. That's pretty good. Wu-Tang Killabees, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. That's pretty good. Oh, we're gonna Reclaimer. And then flash in a Lion Sash end of turn. Huh. We'll just Violent the Lion Sash. They got our last Solitude. I wish we kept the Sword and Fire and Ice, though. That would have been nice. Thing is, they can't really attack here, though. Protection from White is kind of a bitch. Not gonna lie. We're just gonna let Reclaimer do its thing, yeah. It's gonna be like a third Tarak. That'd be so funny. Get a Saga going. That's pretty good. They are officially just stripping her hand. They can't really race. I stand corrected. Land would just be great off the top, honestly. We're kind of just like not having enough lands. Just exile the track. Reclaimer. I think we're gonna go Reclaimer. Equip Shadow Spear onto Lion Sash. And then attack. One of those moments where like we wish we could top deck a Kaldra. That'd be really good. Okay. Portable hole. Can't exactly kill anything yet. We'll go to drum. Just gonna have to be in the sports state for a little bit. You're gonna discard spell me? Voidwalker, sure. Well, luckily this Reclaimer is a 3-4 already. Eat the monkey. So we'll probably just portable the Voidwalker. This Lion Sash is about to quickly get out of hand. I'm kind of tempted to just like move this over to something. Like, I kind of tempted to just move it over to Stoneforge Mystic. Kind of want to do that. Maybe I should equip down the construct. Yeah, I should equip down the construct. Now that I think about it. We just need more mana. It's really the main thing. I can't attack. This is great. That's a good draw. Out value. All value. Yeah, I should equip the construct. Appreciate it, Dylan. Alright, really appreciate it. How's it going, Ryan? Okay, you know that this looks cracked? Appreciate it, Ryan. It's been a ton of fun. For sure. They're just flooding too. Lion's Ash. I think it's time to get a little aggro. I think it's time to get a little aggro. Move this over after them? Sweet. Just casually gain 11 life, go down to 20, go up to 22. I mean, they can make the 1/1s, but I don't think the game is about that anymore. We're at turn 11, we just haven't drawn our lands, which is kind of working in our favor now. Get the info, buddy. You got the info. Let's go. Alrighty. Wandering Emperor looks pretty good. Let's do the 2 Veils. Don't think we want explosives. I mean, I guess they do have like Voidwalker and in like Tarak that like they have on 2 that we may want to deal with, but like don't think we want Rest in Peace. We could honestly just like submit our main and it would be 1000% fine. Kaldra is one of those cards where I kind of just want to board out. But, like, if we ever get it to stick, it's just so good. And, like, with Veil of Summer, it may be okay. Oh, not necessarily Boka. We could block with the Clamor, we could block with Tracker, we block with Constructs. Like, that game, like, they had, like, a big Turak, and they just couldn't attack with it. I mean, they attacked with it once, but it's like, we could beat the Turak. Like, we don't need to actually, like, kill it to beat it. It's annoying for sure, but like we can just do the Constructs plan. They're black-red, so they don't have dress down, so it's like not that scary. And then we do have the Veil of Summer, so like I'm just wondering if we should have Sword of Feast and Famine instead of Sword of Fire and Ice. It's like they have Terminate, which this blocks. But so I guess this actually covers most of the removal. It's Unholy Heat, Bolt. It doesn't cover Push, but it covers Terminate. So I think Sword is better. Like, I don't know what to cut. I think that's the problem. Maybe we just trim the Bauble. Maybe we trim, like, Alpine, Urza Saga for like a Bajuga Bog for Alpine Moon or something, but I think that's a lose. Maybe we trim a hole because they just have a lot of answers to it, like Kolgon's command. Discard spells, terminate Kolgon's command. Let's trim a Stoneforge. I want a Wandering Up right now. I don't think they're gonna burn out discard. I think they're gonna keep discard in. We'll keep this. They will into 6. That's really good. Like, really, really good. Because if they spend 2 mana to, like, destroy this Sentinel, we can just go Sentinel, hold Veil next turn. And we just hold Veil for the rest of the game. Voidwalker. Okay. So, Sentinel Veil seems pretty good. Ooh. God. Please, just give us more land stack. Please. Oh, I should attack with the Sentinel. Fuck. I got too excited. Hopefully the 1 damage don't cost me. The marchers are like cheap in paper, but really expensive online for some reason. I don't get it. The problem with that is we actually don't have that much removal. We did board out a portable hole, unfortunately. But double Sentinel... Fuck. Damn it. That being said, they do only have 2 cards left in hand. I don't hate a land or a removal spell. That's sufficient. If we can hang out 1 more turn with them just not drawing a monkey, I think we might be okay. Yeah. Go to 11. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. I think I might just discard the Veil. Yeah, I think I discard the Veil. So if we draw... Yeah. Flagstones. Yeah, okay. This is fine. So we'll Wandering Emperor minus kill the Voidwalker. They'll plus discard Flagstones. And then we untap plus with this play Tireless Tracker. We do need a Prismatic Ending for the Liliana. Wandering Emperor looks pretty good. We could have stuck with the Veil, but like I'd rather just discard it if it's like a useless card. Oh, they have priority with Bolt though. That's kind of crazy. Except they plus. Okay. Oh. Do we want the value? Yeah, we have the Prismatic Ending the Liliana right now. And then hope they'd have another removal spell. God, we could have Tracker Flagstones value, but cool. Tracker plus Stoneforge seems like a solid plan. Keep the one that comes into play untapped. Looks like they don't have a removal spell. So 2 clues. Oh god, I love you, Tracker. So we have 5 lands. I wonder if we just get Lion Sash. I just like another body. I think so. Think so. They have no removal in hand. They would have cast it to kill Tracker. They can't let me untap with Tracker. Oh god damn it. It's okay, we still got a lot of value out of it. Makes sense why they exile. A Kroxa. Oh wow. They're like right back in it now. That was such a good draw, holy shit. Probably just end step crack a clue. Okay. 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 That plays. I think we'll play this out. Doesn't matter which one I keep, because I don't have enough mana to both. It's kind of crazy how Kaldra... we could hardcast the Kaldra here. Okay. Solitude looking pretty good here as well. The Solitude will trade with the Den of the Bugbear. So we can Prismatic Ending the Liliana now. It's looking pretty good. Let's exile the Inquisition. I don't know. We haven't seen Unholy Heat all game, but I think we're gonna leave the clues attacked. Do I want to trade Solitude for a Den? I think so. I'll offer this trade. I kind of like gaining the 3 life too. Good thinking. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably offer the trade too. Like, I would probably trade in their shoes. I guess that line doesn't really play around Liliana very well, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, Fluffy. How's it going, buddy? How was your co-stream with the gang? Hope it went well. Look, everyone, we're playing a brew here. We're playing a Selesnya Saga Stoneblade list. I wonder if it's worth cracking a clue here just to see if we can get another threat going. Just to like play around Liliana. I kind of want to do that. They could also just have a discard spell in hand. I think I'm just going to wait. Because if we draw like a Kaldra or something, I want to keep it in hand. But we did fight through 2 Veils. Voidwalker. Okay, sure. So now we'll start cracking, I guess. No, we want the extra point of damage, right? Yeah, we want that extra point of damage. We still have the other tracker, too. Oh, they went 4-1. Nice. That was a pretty good draw, too. That was a pretty good draw. So now if they have Liliana, isn't that big of a deal. What'd you play? I didn't have a chance to lurk in your stream for once. So they did have the Bolt. I don't think this list plays more than 2 Liliana, so hopefully we're safe there, but I'm not entirely sure. 5C Karth things? Nice. Karth money. You gotta bully your way. Okay. What do they draw? Reclaimer. Decent draw. Decent draw. 2k ticks nearly. Jeez. Okay. We have 3 lands in the graveyard, so we can safely play the Reclaimer and equip the Shadow Spear. Ironically enough, there's only a plains we could fetch with this Flagstones. And this one set piece is I guess we'll have to crack this lantern now. We could also just attack with the Reclaimer. I guess we'll see what we draw here. We'll crack the clue. That's a pretty good draw. I guess we can untap. Did we board in Resting Pieces? We did not. It doesn't hurt to untap because this activation is free. Beseiju. Don't think that accomplishes anything. I think we'll play the Sentinel, move the Shadow Spear over to the Sentinel in case they draw something like Kolaghan's Command. Activate Saga. Exile everything so they can't Kroxa. And then we have the Beseiju for an Alpine Moon if they top deck it too. So that's actually kind of sick. I guess I get punished for not playing that art. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think this list runs Blood Moon, right? But even still, I guess we can just sack the Temple Garden. Still have the plains, but we only have 1 Temple Garden left, so... So let's... Yeah, just in case they have Blood Moon, we'll just get the Saga here. Swamp Bite, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Oh. that's a little bit better use of our mana than activating Saga. That's a little bit better, I will say. How about we equip an Esper Sentinel? So, oh, God. Opponent complimented our deck. Let's fucking go, baby. Why not Beseiju? I wanted to hold it against a head Alpine Moon. Have it drop the game, baby. Have it drop the game. Let's get that prediction going, huh? Let's get that prediction going, huh? List is sick. Manage. Prediction. Ready for this 4-1? It's been a lot better than all the 1-3 drops I've had lately, so. Selesnya, Saga, Blade, 5-0. Or trophy. So 5-0 trophy, believe. Oh, did someone already start already? Who did that? Whoever did that, thank you. Going with a 10-0, exactly. Alright, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, fill up my water, and we will do this. Humu nuku apua 9. I also like to call that hummin a fish. Thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Was that you, Grace? Appreciate it, buddy. You're a lot faster than I am about that. Right, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Why no Goyf? Because there's no Thoughtseize in the deck. So trying to get an early Goyf is kind of tough. I mean, you could go like Prismatic Ending into it, but like that's not as consistent as like 6 discard spells plus the Prismatic Ending to get the Goyf out of bolt range. So that's why I don't think Goyf is worth it in this list. Plus, there's just no room. Like we don't need a vanilla beater. We already have Reclaimers. We already have Stoneforge getting Kaldra. We have Trokair as a big beater. Like, it's fine. Alrighty. How many believers do we have, huh? Wow, we got 50-50? Oh my. Okay. That's kind of scary. Kinds of exile in this, that's true too, because it's like Pending, March, Skyclave Apparition, and Solitude. Like, literally all of our removal exiles. Like, literally all of them. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. In Soul Guide, yeah. You never go all in, but you truly believe today? I appreciate that, Ryan. I appreciate that. Oh boy. I'm nervous, man. I am nervous. I'm ready to go home a rich man with a no. That's so funny. You believe, Boke? I appreciate that, buddy. Golgari Lich Shirt also with the belief. With the sick emote, too. We're on the play. I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I am really nervous right now. I, this is why. Oh, they're a Yori on deck, too? Oh, no. We can't beat the value. I think this has to be a mulligan as well. This hand just literally nothing. Sounds better. Bottom of the Lantern. I think we bottom a Solitude too. If we can beat our Yorion Pal, it's probably this. Just Reclaimer's grinding through in Saga. Like, we have to hope this Saga just wins the game. Are both players playing for the trophy? That's scary. We just gotta hope that this Saga doesn't eat up Spreading Seas. Is it a Bolt or a Prismatic Ending? Looks like a Prismatic Ending. Which is fine. Backup Saga's pretty good. The way we win this game is just a bunch of Sagas. Like, our hand is just so bad, we just need to. Okay. Prismatic Ending. We got the Skyclave Apparition. I think we're just going to shock this in and pass. Spare Vita. So funny. I think we're going to try to get squeeze as much value out of these Sagas because this is a mulligan. So... Okay. I wonder why they didn't just do it then. Expressive Iteration. Tracker would be the best draw here, I think. The deck is telling us that Urza Saga is how we're winning this game. It's giving us a distinct signal here. Yeah, this is Money Pal. Is this Skyclave? Or, sorry, is this Omnath? Okay. So we can Skyclave it, but that really sucks. Prismatic Ending. If we draw an untapped land, we can go double Saga activation next turn. Or we could just get Springleaf Drum with the first construct token. So we don't lose too much value out of this. But it does kind of suck. Yeah, drum definitely gets me there. We just kind of have to hope that they don't have more removal. Like, I'm kind of scared of like a Fury, a second Fury. That's oh shit. No, I wanted to activate. Fuck me, I shouldn't have F6'd. God damn it. I could have Prismatic Ending that token by F6'd. Brutal. Oh, they have Spreading Seas too? Oh, why did they do that one? They should have done this. Oh, I guess they're scared of what I'm going to tutor for. Interesting. So we tick for damage for no reason, technically. Okay. Don't know how we beat this pile. It's probably just Sword. And Wanderer. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. They still have 5 cards in hand and a Yorin as a companion. Okay. That's a start. That is a start. Ironically, we're only have 1 Saga left to grind with. So should have F6 again, because if they had a bolt, I wanted to fetch in response. It doesn't matter. Here on in hand. Okay. We don't have much of a plan in the sideboard for this deck, unfortunately. Like, we need like a Hushbringer in this build, but like we have like Skyclave, Solitude, and Stoneforge Mystic, so like an ETB effect is like not that great. So I think our plan is like old, like just Solitude. I think we need a. I guess we're not like that out of it. If they draw an Omnath, we can just Solitude it, and then like this is our win con. So if we go like Solitude plus equipment, we might have a shot to cheese out of this game. They don't attack with Quaddle. That's weird. Okay, can't beat that. Cannot beat that. I wish Space Age killed Planeswalkers. I think we want the sword. We want the Wandering Emperor. And we want the needle. I don't think we want Portable Hold. It only answers Renin 6. So I think we board that out. Yeah, I think I need to reconvene and think about what we want for this specific matchup, because I think this deck is going to be, I think, the best deck in Modern. So definitely can't like ignore this deck for sure. I kind of want to take Kaldra out. I understand it's a quick clock, but they have Prismatic Ending to Fairy. Like, they have all these answers to it. I kind of don't want Kaldra. I kind of want to like get like rely on my other creatures, which would be the equipment. But I could also just see like just cutting like a Prismatic Ending. I can also see just trimming a Sentinel too. Just because they have like the pitch elementals. Doesn't really slow them down, but I think we need to trim a pending. Like, it's just too much removal. What does Veil accomplish though? Like, Veil doesn't stop pending, Bolt, Solitude, Fury. Like, it doesn't stop any of the removal, right, Spider? Like, I don't know what Veil does in the matchup. March is bad, but it's still technically an out against Omnath and Fury and Solitude. Do they have counters? We didn't see any of them game 1. I could see Lion Sash coming out. They don't use the graveyard at all. So I think I'm gonna do this. I mean, if you're right that they do have counters and the Veil Summers do come in, I just don't know if they do. I mean, we could like get it to Fairy. I mean, we could just trim this and go like that. Keep 2 pending for like Ren and 6. That's an out. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't think you'll be getting any extra channel points, Ryan. But have a good rest of your night, buddy. Veil doesn't work against a little tough, but you can like cast it in response, and then they can't technically balance anything, right? So it protects Kaldra technically. We're gonna go Gaulish Shrine. I'm gonna play around March, and I'm gonna play this Besiju instead. Yeah. Do we Kaldra check them? We don't have any creatures in the hand. So like I think the swords are kind of weak. So we'll try this. Them pitching Omnath's pretty good. I'll gladly take that trade. Pretty good. I guess we play Saga. And if they have the March, it's fine. And we can like hold up Veil without looking too obvious. Oh, baby, please be a counterspell. Please, Spider, be right this one time. Be right this one time, Spider. Spider, I owe you a drink, buddy. I owe you a drink, buddy. I owe you a drink. I think we'll get Sword of Fire Nice. It protects Fury. Or, yeah, it protects against Fury. Okay. Does not answer Kaldra. That does not answer Kaldra. Hold. Hold. buddy. Do we think they have Solitude? Because we could sword equip onto the germ. Saga's also a lot of pressure. I think we do it. Make them have it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh. Can we do this one more time, y'all? Can we do this one more time? Don't think we want to change anything. Like, maybe we want the line sash as just a way to, like, have it just another smaller threat for Stoneforge Mystic. I still don't think that looks good. Like, maybe we want it over, like, an Esther Sentinel on the draw. Yeah, I think I want to keep sash in. Like, when I was tutoring, I was like, I kind of want the equipment. Maybe we just trim a Sentinel. But then Counterspells also gets a lot worse with it. Like, if they're, like, getting all these Counterspells. Maybe we just trim a Pending. Maybe just trim a Pending. It's like on the draw, Sentinel on the play on the draw is still pretty good. This hand's not bad. They kept 7. I wanted to play a Reclaimer Flagstones deck that I am Prismatic Ending the shit out of that card. Like, I wanted to play a Elvish Reclaimer deck that had Flagstones in it, and I didn't want to be a 3-color deck. Yeah, I kind of want to, like, if they have, like, Counterspell, it's just Prismatic Ending looks pretty good. Yeah. And hope their color's screwed. Like, that's how we win these kind of games, is to, like... Because, like, if this is, like, their white source or whatever, like, I want to take them off that. I also wanted to play a deck that can, like, lean into Solitude as well. Because, like, all these, like, lists, I see that, like, oh, you could play, like, Abzan with Solitude. And it's like, there's not enough white cards in it. So I really wanted to build around Solitude and Reclaimer and Saga. Exactly, Zeroff, exactly. Okay, we can Skyclave that later. Reclaimer. We could march this if we wanted to. How are we winning? Oh, we can't march it, you're right. Sorry. So we have to Skyclave it. How are we winning this game? Do we just play out this Lantern? I think so. Don't think they play Drown, so I don't think it matters. I'll just exile the Pending. Doesn't matter. Please let me untap with Reclaimer. Exile March. So we know they have a Misty in hand. And a March Exile. So they'll probably March my Reclaimer. Yeah, they're exiling Omnath. Oh. Are they not pitching Omnath? We know they have Misty already. I don't think it's worth cracking this Lantern. I think it's better to just draw a card off it. Okay, so they're pitching the Omnath. Okay. Land. I think we're gonna crack this. If we need to hit our land drops here, and we'll just play another Reclaimer. Not looking good, y'all. Not looking good. Not looking good, y'all. So they have Fledstrand, Misty Rainforest. So awkward. All the believers, I'm sorry. Looks like it's not happening. I think I'm gonna March, pitch Sentinel and Solitude. Oh, I can't because it's a fairy. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. The thing about it too is even if we run like these Torpor Orb effects against this deck, like they have Prismatic Ending and March, so like it doesn't matter. I don't know how, I think this is just a bad match. Oh god. I think this is just gonna be chopped up as a bad match at first. I don't know how we beat it. Maybe we run Choke? I think Choke's like the only way we can win this match. So we can March, Omnath, pitch a white card, Solitude, pitch a white card. I mean, Choke also just gets March too. Yeah, that's a good point, Spider. I think this is something we'll probably discuss a little bit after the match, but like this is something I definitely want to talk about, and how can we fine tune the list for next stream? I mean, we also just didn't hit our third land drop, so like that's why we, you know, like if we could like curve like Wandering Emperor, etc. into it, like we actually might have had a chance. Like right now, do we just like we can't even like Skyclave the Omnath because they could just like kill our Skyclave and then attack us for 6. We'd probably have to like deal both. Just losing a lot of card equity. I mean, we're probably gonna pitch the Sentinel, right? Yeah, I think Wandering Emperor is the only way we really reasonably win this game. Ren also can ultimate too. So do we have to like Skyclave the Ren? But then we have to deal with this board too. I think we have to deal with the Ren. Hope they don't have a removal spell. Chomp. Yeah. Let's preserve our life total. We could get Gala Shrine. But I think this is the only way we win. I should have Solitude first. I'm just an idiot. I should have Solitude. Not bad, y'all. My bad. I don't think it's gonna matter. They have 7 cards in hand. Yeah. GG. Okay. How do we fix that matchup? We have room in the sideboard for it. Like, I can cut the second Dranith Magistrate. It's just really a hedge against Rhinos and Living End. But Living End, we have all the yard hate. And Rhinos is kind of a bad matchup because of Fury, but like... I can see a world where we can cut the Draft Magistrate. So like... Stuff like... cards that like I kind of omitted from the list is something like Batterskull. I didn't miss Batterskull. Another card that we omitted was Blast Zone with Reclaimer. I don't think I missed Blast Zone either. So those are the cards I was like, I'm cutting to make room for other stuff, and I'm glad I didn't miss those cards because making room for those cards is going to be a pain. Solid 4, and yeah, let me actually play out the prediction as well. Sad 4-1. All the believers are also going to get banned, by the way. Smirabito, you'll be the first. It's definitely good for first league with like pass with this deck for sure. Like the deck felt really good, and it felt it was very fun. I think that's the main key too. I think there was that turn against Belcher where we just like Besage them, and then we like Selesnya Sanctuary, bounce the Besage and then Besage at the other land. That was great. You have a ton of removal. I don't need fronting 3. I like having that much removal just because that's just like my playstyle spider. Like I like having it. I think having 7 like we have technically 6 answers to turn 1 monkey, and I think that's the minimum you need. So 4 pending and 2 whole. That's the minimum. And I think just having 3 instant speed removal spells is what you need on top of the Solitude. So I think this removal suite is fine. Like, what's the difference between like 4 pending, 2 whole, and 3 push if I was playing Abzan? It's the same thing, right? So that's kind of the thought process where it's like this is the removal suite for this deck. We can even just move it over like this. And I think that's just a playstyle thing. I like having decks with a lot of removal, especially with like decks like Hammer, all the decks with Monkey. Like just have answers is kind of how I want the deck to play out. I don't want to just like grind through it out. I just want to be able to have the ability to answer Death Shadow, have the ability to answer Darcy, Monkey, etc., etc. So the numbers check out. I don't know how we beat 4C. I can imagine just like us like hoping they just like we can just get a sword out and attack. I think I just need ideas on how to fix that matchup. Because that deck is going to be tier 1. It's arguably the best deck in the format. I really like the Wandering Emperor. So let's look at the cards that we don't want to cut. I think we're going to keep the Bog, just having access to it. The 2 Damping Spears against big mana. I think the 1 Drannith Magistrate could probably cut. I think I'm going to keep the Blessed Alliance just because of burn, and we just are totally naked without it. I like the 2 Explosives, the Sword, the Wandering Emperor, and the 2 Veils. I can see an argument for cutting 1 Rip and 1 Drannith Magistrate. And that'll make 2 slots for this deck. It could be Choke, but they also have Boseiju, which is kind of gross. Like, I don't know what cards are good against that deck. But we definitely have room for it. Like, we could definitely, like, cut this and have 2 sideboard cards. Is it just Choke? It might just have to be Choke. And just for the tilt factor, we're going to run the Amonkhet Chokes. So is this how we're going to fix the Forsey matchup? It's just like Cheese wins with Choke? Yeah, I mean, like, what gives us the best option, right? Like, that's kind of the main question. It might just be Choke. I think it just has to be Choke. I don't know what else there could be. Like, we can't run the ETB Hate Bears because our whole deck is ETB Hate Bears. Our plan could also just be board out Stoneforge Mystic, but like we also have Skyclave. And then they can just like flash in Solitude and block our shit, and that would be really awful. I think it's just Choke and Pray. Thrun is interesting. Like, Thrun and suit up a sword? That's actually not a bad idea either. I can't be solid. Like, actually, I kind of like that idea, Kaya. Because, like, they can't... Well, I mean, they could Wrath it, but, like, okay. And just, like, suit up a sword and just beat face. How about 1 Thrun, 1 Choke? How does that sound? Lightning Greaves? I don't really like Lightning Greaves. Because it's just so slow out of the gate. Like, you have to play it on turn 2. And then you have to play a threat, and then by then it's just like... And then they just have the instant speed Solitude for it. Like, it's not a... I don't think it's, like, a bad idea. I think it's just, like... I don't think the plan is good enough against that specific deck. Because, like, what happens if we just, like, give Reclaimer haste? Like, they just... Like, we kind of want to grind out with Sagas. Like, I think it's just not where we want to be, potentially. What does Flame Blitz do? Is that really good against them, though? I mean, I guess that answers Ren. Mid-phase, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Is this the one enchantment? It is, huh? But, like, I think the main card that we can't deal with are, like, the Omnaths and Furies, right? Oh, yeah, this is from MH2. Or MH1, sorry. Or MH2? MH2. I don't think Thrun is a bad idea. I feel like we need to lean into the equipment and then just attack. Because, like, our Saga plan is good against them. They run Spreading Seas. They have Boseiju. They have Force of Vigor. So I think we have to go on the Saga plan, but I don't think it should be our primary plan. I think maybe a Thrun is just the best. Because, like, that card actually, like, wins the game. The Choke technically doesn't win the game. It just stalls them out, and then they just have an answer to it, like, i.e. Boseiju, and their Chokes aren't good. So maybe I don't like this choke now that I think about it, just because of Beseiju. Mr. Budingles, thank you for the raid, buddy. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the raid, buddy. How was your stream and how'd you do? We just finished our league. I'm actually about to wrap up the stream. We went 4-1 with this brew. The more I think about it, the more I don't like choke. I definitely like the Thrun idea, though. Yeah, so I think we don't want the choke. I love the tracker. So Tireless Tracker is my favorite card, and it's just like so good against. It's just so, it synergizes with the deck where it's like it's a value engine. We just get to draw the cards with Reclaimer. It grows the Saga construct tokens. It like does everything. Like it just fits so well with what the rest of the deck is trying to do, and it's also my favorite Magic card, so I love it. Thorn gets yeah. It's not wrong, but like it's a win con that just doesn't die, right? Gaddock. It turns off our pendings and marches, but we just board them out. It still gets got by Solitude, but it does shut off Force of Vigor as well. I kind of like that. I followed your lead earlier, Spider. I will follow your lead again. I mean, that's not a bad 4th Cyborg card, right? Yeah, exactly. We just boarded out. I don't think I've seen you not play with black cards. What did you lose to? We lost to 4C Pal, which is like not like I didn't really have a plan for it. I think that's just my bad completely. Because I know it's going to be probably the best deck. I thought it was going to be the best deck after the Lyris ban immediately, and it definitely has been consistently top hitting. So that's my fault. Is Sajari? I think so. I don't like Sajari stuff. Someone suggested already, but like they have Pending, Bolt, March. Like they have so many answers to the Reclaimer. Like there's no way we're going to untap with it and then tutor for it. I think that's too hard. I like the Gaddock idea though. Because like the fact that we can't cast pretty much these cards is why I didn't have it in the list. But the fact that we're going to board it out in that specific matchup, I kind of like it again. I think these are really good suggestions. Really, really good suggestions. Yeah, let's try this next league. It's already late for me, so apologies. This is going to be the end of the stream, but I appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. I want to give a shout out to Ixatheris for the 5 gifted sub package. Really appreciate you, buddy. I don't know if you're still on the stream. You're not, but I really appreciate it. We got a bunch of follows today. Fluffy Wolf with the raid, and Mr. B. Niggles just raided us. Appreciate y'all. Even Mind Sensor is the DNT answer of choice against Horsey Piles. Maybe it's an option here. The thing about that card is it gets got by Red and 6, and I don't want our answers to get got by Red and 6. And I think that's why I really like the Gaddock. I think it's a card I'll probably keep in mind in a Disciple, because like it could have game against like Amulet and maybe Tron. I'll keep that in mind. But I think trying to shut off the fetches, I don't think is where we want to be. Because, like, on turn 3 on the draw is just so slow. I'll think about it, though. I'll definitely keep... Like, so there's cards I'm going to keep in the maybe pile because this is a brew. So, like, the Batter Skull is an option. The Blast Zone is an option. I think even Mind Sensor, I see where you're, like, saying. I think it's better in the other matchups. But I'll keep that in mind, though. I appreciate the suggestion, Anna. I think I'll keep it like this. I'll sleep on it. And then we'll probably try this again next stream. But this list was a lot of fun. Like, I mean, for those again who are new to the stream and don't know, like Tireless Tracker is my favorite card, and this kind of card has been like thrown to the side in terms of modern playability. But I was like kind of looking at this list, and it didn't have trackers in it, and I was like, what card can I fit in? Kinjello, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. But I was like, what card can like fit in? Because I kind of want some sort of card advantage engine, and just like being able to like we got to like untap with Reclaimer and Tireless Tracker, and we got to like sack a land, get a land into play, make 2 clues. We got to like Flagstones and then play another Flagstones, and we got so many triggers off Tireless Tracker that way. Clues making the constructs bigger felt really, really good. Like this tracker just did everything we wanted to, and I'm really happy with it. I know a lot of people are like Knight of the Reliquary, and Knight of the Reliquary just isn't good. We don't have enough forests or plains in the deck. Like we're running like a thing about this list. I think what we need to do is we need to add another forest or plains because we're running out of Flagstones targets. But that being said, like we need the 3 Flagstones, and I don't think we can fit another basic plains in there. And I think we want 2 Beseiju. So I think that's just kind of how it's going to be. We just have to accept the fact that we're going to run out of tutors. That's fair, Spider. But I think it's a good suggestion because even against blue-white, we're going to probably cut most of these anyway. So like in that matchup, we'll probably cut... We'll probably bring in the Wandering Emperor, Thrun, 2 Veils, a Teague. So that's what, 6 cards? We'll probably board out these. Keep 1 pending maybe. Right? Like I think your cyber plan still like your cyber identity with Gatateague is still valid. And I think that kind of makes me like it even more. Another question we want to ask is Sword of Feast and Famine the right sword to have in the sideboard? Like maybe we want the red and white sword just to be Fury and Solitude proof. That's also an option. Like I like Sword of Feast and Famine against big mana, like against Amulet and Tron, because like it forces them to discard. It was really relevant against Belcher. But it's like Sword of War and Peace, right? So like maybe we want this sword. You hate sideboard sword? I love sideboard swords because I hate congesting the deck. I think we only have room for like a big equipment, so either a Battle Scroll or a Kaldra. I don't like having both, and I like having 1 sword. I don't like having 2. So being able to like swap them depending on the matchup feels pretty good. And like Sword of Fire and Ice is nice because like we can fight through like the illusion tokens that Skyclave Apparition makes. And then, like, if Ray gets a big mana deck, we can swap a sword. That's also a good suggestion, Kinjello. I'm going to write all these down. I'm going to go to my Ghetto Notepad. Ghetto Notepad. So I'm going to type in... Well, so these are cards that I had already in, like, my baby pile. Is Batterskull and Blast Zone. And I came up with Aven Mind Sensor, which I think is not good enough, but something to still consider if we would really want to hedge against like Titan. And maybe it is good enough. Maybe it's still worth testing. We already have the Gatateague. We already have the Thrun. Sword of Light and Shadow. And Sword of War and Peace. The thing about though is like Light and Shadow against the 4C decks, like the issue is they have March and Pending, so there's not much that really die. They all get exiled, and then like whatever you get with Bolt, I guess it's whatever. Another cool synergy was like the equipment with the Sentinel. That's what happened earlier. Like we suited up a sword onto a Sentinel. That felt really good. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. The MTG bot just posted the socials link, so it's really good timing there. If you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. If you want to check out my past streams, you go to my YouTube. All my streams go there. If you want to come hang out, I just made a new Discord channel in my Discord for this archetype. So I'll probably post there the results of the deck and kind of discuss more. So if you have any more suggestions, please join the Discord and go to the Selesnya. I think it's called Selesnya Stoneblade or Selesnya Saga into the Discord. If you have any more suggestions, if you're watching this on YouTube, please show it. And if you have any suggestions, go in there and we can discuss more. Because I really think there's something here in this archetype where it's a Reclaimer Flagstones deck with Saga. It has Sentinel. It could play Solitude. I think there's something here. I think it's just a matter of fine tuning. Let the meta kind of settle a little bit, and then see how we can attack that specific meta. I think the meta that we still want to attack is 4C, Grixis Death Shadow. Rhino's just one. Hammer, I think, is still playable. There's a lot of like potential tier 1 decks. We still kind of have to see what the... I think the challenge results had a Hammer in the top 8. So like these are the decks that we do have to really consider. Again, Modern is still open. We played against Belcher earlier. We played against Rakdos Midrange. Again, Gatatik's potentially very, very good against Belcher as well. So I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, I think that'll do it for me. Again, I really appreciate all the support today. And especially at the end where we're trying to fine tune the deck. It's kind of a nice hive mind where we can kind of come together and think how to improve the deck. I'm just glad Tireless Tracker is fun. Tireless Tracker is the love of my life. Grixis Anvil? Let's trade freaking Nasty, I think. Grixis Anvil Thopter Sword. Alright. Really appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. Again, big shouts to Mr. Bodingles and Fluffy Wolf for the raids. Exit theirs for the gifted subs. Let's send freaking Nasty some love, shall we? As long as this ad ends. This song is a banger. I don't know if anyone's a fan of War of the Ages. I only have this album. I should check out the rest of their music. It's pretty good. Appreciate Virginia hanging out. I think my next stream will be Thursday, but my schedule's all like messed up. My usual days are Thursday or Tuesday, but my fiance ended up having to work late today, so I swapped today for tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming. It's probably gonna be Thursday. That's my usual day, but we'll see how it goes. Let's send Frink and Nasty some love, shall we? Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Catch you guys next time. Bye. I am not going to SCG and D. Sorry, Kinjala. Where did the raid go? Oh, okay, cool. Take it easy.